All right. Good morning, everybody. It is April 19th, 12:32 a.m. Early bird gets the worm, slash, I can't fucking sleep. So I'm up here at the office, just fucking rocking out. I am looking over a couple stocks that I had charted out last week. The first one we'll go over is stock ticker PBR. PBR is it is a Brazilian petroleum company. I have no idea what the fuck it does. I just had some notifications on it on a subscription that I subscribed to on an options chain subscription, and it had some unusual activity going on. So I charted it out. So let's go over it. So this is the daily chart. So that means each individual candlestick that you see represents one day. I know that's really basic, but hey, we got to learn. The people that don't know what the fuck's going on got to learn too. So this candle right here, any candle you see, by candle, I mean the red or green bar that is notated on the screen. Each one of those represents an entire trading day from the time it opened till the time it closed. So this is the daily time frame on PBR. I have drawn out a pretty significant channel that's been in place since 2013, end of 2012. Price range of 1285 to 1720. And all that's this box here. All that means is within that area, it's where price keeps coming back to and bouncing off of. So you have a support and a resistance. Support, you can think of it like the best analogy I ever heard, or the one that stuck with me the most, is imagine you have a basketball and you're bouncing it on the floor. And you're bouncing it as hard as you can to try to break it through the ceiling. That's ultimately what's going on here. This stock price is finding its floor. It's falling through the floor. It's trying to bounce back up. Boom, it bounces, breaks that. Now it's going to the ceiling. Now the ceiling is our new resistance. So we are going to be retracing, go back down. We're going to go back up and touch it. But this area, 1285 through 1720, seems to be very significant, where if it drops down low, seems to go back up to at least the 1285 area. Looks like we had a horrible sell-off. When was that? 2019, 2020? I can't even remember what happened there. But all right, daily time frame. So we are in our golden zone, which is that 1285 through 1720. We're looking good. Let's break it down to the nitty gritty. Let's go down to the 15-minute time frame. Again, all that means is each candle represents a 15-minute time span that the price of the security was trading in. So we have a clear upswing starting March 18th. Looks about right. So I have drawn a trend line. So a line from the very bottom candle prior to the upswing. I've drawn a line from the bottom and then had it going right through. This one I put through where it first touched on these candles here. Okay, so it is respecting the trend lines going up, blah, blah, blah. Seems to break the trend line here. When that happens, I hate to call this trend line invalid just because we broke, because that's another piece of data later on down the road that you can keep your eye on. So when I did see that it broke here, looking kind of rough, I went ahead and drew another line from where we prior to the pullback again, and just kind of did the same thing here. Did a straight line out till where we had some resistance to hit it back again. And it created this beautiful fan kind of channel. As you can see, I had a note here that this line here, let's see, the 1645 range, somewhere back here, let's go ahead and do a deep dive, was a rejection before a huge dip. Ah, that's the big sell-off. Okay, that's what I was talking about. Okay, so right here is where we had a huge pullback. You can see we came and flirted with this line, bounced off our top 1543, had a breakdown, didn't want to touch it, so boom. So I noted it there at that price level, just because that's a very, to me, that looks dangerous. When we got to that level, for some reason, that price does not want to break above that. So it's very good, in my opinion, to note things like that. Not even for anything, but it's really helpful when it comes on the screen, and just a good reminder to keep your shit in check, because bad things happen, or volatile things happened at that level. So we had it again. We touched this level, had a drop down. We almost touched this level, and my God, would you know, we had a violent fucking crash down again. What the hell? All right. So PBR looks like it is had its dividends put out on the 13th, which means they paid their shareholders on the 13th, which is weird, because I'm pretty sure when dividends happen, it usually increases. It doesn't have to, but usually the price of stock can go up. People always say you don't really want to trade in either direction when dividends are being distributed, or earnings are coming out in general. You don't really know what the price is going to do, so you want to be careful on how the market's going to react after any kind of financial report or any kind of payout happens. So PBR, it failed pretty hard, pushed on down here, which just looks boring to me. This would be one to watch, possibly shorting down to, the 1285 range to get us back in our channel. Very cool. One to watch for sure. So that's PBR. Again, that is Brazilian Petroleum Corporation. Yeah, it's down 0.34% today. Nothing wild. Revenue 76.6 billion. 45,000 employees. Holy shit. That's a lot of mouths to feed. Okay, let's check out this is one I'm really eager to trade. I almost traded it. I want to say, oh no, it wasn't Friday. It was Thursday, because Friday was Good Friday. RIP JC. So this is TQQQ, Pro Shares Ultra Pro QQQ. This is, believe it's connected to the NASDAQ, but this is a leveraged ETF. So it means that it's a 3x leveraged ETF. So if you're trading it, it's multiplied by 3 on your investment. So you can, 3 times the winning, 3 times the losing, blah, blah, blah. It's fucking cool. See, this is where, cool. Yeah. You guys can see how I got it wrong. You get it wrong sometimes. But looking back on it, of course, I can see why I would not have wanted to go long on that. All right. So classic case of trying to catch a falling knife. All right. So TQQQ currently trading at 47.78. Let's make sure we got after market hour. Yeah, we're extended market. So in the extended market, it just held, it jumped a little bit, but held right at the 47.78 mark, which is pretty much where it closed at the previous day. Got some nice levels going on here. This guy got beat the fuck down. So Thursday, I was looking for I was looking to go long on it on an option, meaning I was looking for the price to go up. But you can see this bearish bat, which is a geometric pattern that can sometimes tell you the direction of the market. It really just means that the price was here, went down to here. There you go, down to there, back to the top. And so it's two sideways triangles is what a bat is. Not something to go long on when you see those kind of patterns typically. I don't know why I was thinking it was going up. Maybe I was just hopeful that people were going to try to squeeze up before the market went off for Jesus's birthday or Jesus's death day, whatever. But a beautiful short. Holy shit. That would have been awesome on a short. So TQQQ, we are getting beat the fuck down. Really interesting on the volume patterns here. Like super cups here. It seems as if whatever it starts the day at, volume wise, it's ending the day at. That's pretty cool. I don't have any more explanation than that. It just looks kind of fucking cool. TQQQ. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put a trend line down here. Or a price level, sorry. I like, so what I do is I put dashes on lines that aren't as important. I put solid lines on the ones that are very important to me. That one could be a very important line though. That might be one to watch tomorrow for sure. So again, this is TQQQ. Price is getting beat down. But we might have broke out of this guy here. So right now I'm a geometric pattern guy. Just really like it. Specifically the triangles. It's probably because I'm such a good MMA fighter and my go-to submission is actually a triangle hold. Not a lot of people triangle choke, triangle. I don't know. I'm not an MMA guy. I'm a dumbass. But that looks kind of pretty. We could see some upward movement on that. Nice higher high for sure, I would say. That's what I would call it. Not really higher high. It's just we didn't have a retrace at all in the aftermarket. So that's kind of cool. Could be meaning that this thing's getting ready to pump a little bit tomorrow. We're at 47.78. I got my next support line or resistance line rather at 48.86 on TQQQ. Then we got 49.21. And then we got our big bad boy at 50.57. 50.57 is where I possibly will be going long at. Not a recommendation for you in any way, shape, or form, because typically I get in late and might miss the movement altogether. Very, very, very good one to watch though. Could be some good movement on TQQQ tomorrow. Definitely one to watch in the pre-market. So what I'm going to do is put on, this is on a 15-minute time frame, by the way. Sorry if I didn't say that. I'm going to put on an alert at 48.84. That might be one to go in on tomorrow. I would definitely like to see some quick positive movement pretty early on in the morning, just to let us know that everybody else is thinking the same thing. But that's TQQQ. Looks good. So this is Twitter. This is on the 15-minute time frame. Beautiful little triangle we got going on. And the only reason I do triangles is because I feel like it gives you the most support and resistance from every angle. So we got a resistance here. We got a trend line that's going to give us support, as you see here. Beautiful support, jumps all the way up, touches the top line there. It's going to retrace all the way back down to our support on the trend, which all that means is this is you know, the lowest point it was prior to the big movement up. We're going to draw that straight out. Just the way I do it is I draw it to the bottom of the movement there and keep it continuing out. And typically it will, the security will kind of ride up and down this ascending or descending trend line. Now Twitter, obviously, we had a lot of reason for movement on Twitter last week. We all know why. Old Elon got buck ass wild on him. And yeah, but I traded Twitter today. Was a nice little trade, nothing crazy. I traded it was like I think I traded like 5 contracts, 5 option contracts, 5 call option contracts actually. So I did pretty well. See, that's why you gotta be careful. So market opens and bogum, we have just a freaking sell-off. And then we retrace right back up to our trend line. We touch back down to our trend line. And then we race back up where? To the support line of 49.76. A bunch of reasons, I'm sure, why that support line is very crucial. One of them right off bat is because that's just before you hit 50 bucks. 50 sounds cool. 50 sounds a lot cooler than 51. 50 sounds a lot cooler than 58. 48 just sounds cool. So 49.76 seems to be where we just smack retrace to. And I ain't even going to lie to you. I did not put these trend lines on and support lines on today. This is last week's chart and it just held beautifully. We had a little bit of a sell-off. It looks like in probably aftermarket. Yeah. So after, yeah, looking beautiful, man. So we still pumped. Looks like a nice cup. We could see a push back up, or we could retrace back to our trend line. Definitely one to stay protected on because of the volatility currently in Twitter. Be very careful when a lot of eyes are on something, because you never really know what people are thinking. And me personally, I don't know what the hell, how to I really don't know how to take the whole Twitter thing. Like, I don't know if, well, ultimately, nobody knows what's going to happen with Twitter right now, with the whole offer to purchase the entire company. You don't know really how that is going to affect the stock up until we get a concrete decision. But yeah, volatility is your friend as long as you're on the right side of it. So stay protected, stay hard. All right, what else we got? GS, don't even know what that is. I'm kind of feeling like we want to go over to the crypto side. You guys with me? You want to do the crypto? All right, you win. So tomorrow I'm going to be focusing on Twitter and TQQQ again, honestly. PBR is not something, I don't know. I want to know a little bit more about the security that I'm trading in general before I start, making real assumptions on it. All right, so crypto. Let's start with Solana, just because I love Solana. This is Solana on the one-day chart. I'll go ahead and shut some of these off so we can get a good view, and I'll turn some back on when we need to. This is on the 2-hour. Man, look at look how beautiful it just comes back. Wow. Again, I'm a triangle guy. Nothing I can do about it. My mom raised me that way. Um, so beautiful bounce off the bottom. Beautiful retrace up to our 132. We did find support prior to my 89 level, which is hard, which is tight. Doesn't really seem like we're not making any higher highs yet. So you have, here's your high, here's your low. Here's a lower high than the previous high. Here's a lower low than the previous low. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, blank, 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 blank. So we are not out of the woods on Solana yet, in my opinion. We need to break above this trend. It's here, I'll show you how I do a triangle. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go down to the support that I have marked, which is 89.48. And I'm going to just ever so slightly get it as close as I can to where the top of those candles will just barely touch my trend line. I want it as close as I can without going over. And I want it touching whatever support below I have. So boom, I do that. So we got a touch here, we got a touch here, and then we have it trending in the opposite direction. So that's what we would call a bearish movement. You dumb fuck. Sorry, you're not dumb. You're beautiful. You're learning. You're learning. I can't get mad at you. I'm learning. So it's still pressing down. I'm not feeling good about it right now. But God is good. Jesus has risen. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm a triangle guy. We're going to go triangle. I'm going to start at the very tippy top. I'm going to put my line right there. I'm going to pull it straight down. I'm going to touch it to my resistance, which is, or my support, my 89.48. I'm going to click that bad boy on. I'm going to drag it all the way over so it engulfs my trend line. So what I have going on here, I have a downward trend line. I have a resistance, or I have a downward trend line. I have a support, and I have at the top here a resistance. So this is on the 2 hour. I would like to see it break above, we got to break above that 107 to where are we at? Yeah, about the 107, 108 mark would put me, I would be feeling better about this. Now, just something to note, on this 2 hour here, you can see, let's zoom on in, just a little Japanese candlestick trick I got for you. This is a really good example. So right here is called a gravestone doji. That's where your wick is on top, your wick is on bottom, and you have barely any of the real body, which is the price movement. So to me, a gravestone doji is kind of like it's the line of scrimmage is the way I think about it. Both sides are coming in hot. They want to sell, they want to buy, and they can't really figure out the movement. Nothing can stay the same forever. So at the line of scrimmage, somebody's going to win. The Bulls and Bears are going to win. Which when you see a lot of this, you see it here, you see it here. You can kind of get prepared, all right here, gravestones everywhere. You can get prepared for some type of movement. That one probably would have faked me out after those guys, after those long green candles. But yeah, you can see where when you come to that line of scrimmage, somebody's got to win. That's what it's telling you, that there is potentially going to be a movement in price followed after the gravestone doji. And would you look at it? We got an hour left on this candle, but it kind of looks like we're kind of getting into the same vein again. I would like to see some more consolidation like this and going on here. Hopefully some consolidation and then some positive movement up after we break this trend line, which was set probably about 140, 143. Yeah, so I would like to, and when was that? April 2nd. So we've been in a downward pattern since April 2nd. We haven't made a higher high since April 2nd, which is fine. Bitcoin's down, the market's down, inflation's up, money's more expensive. That's just really what it means. Crypto is arguably the most risky investment out there. So when people are protecting their money during inflation, they're going to cut the most risky investments first, which is fine. I think it's fine. Very bullish on Solana. I'm very hopeful that we're going to break all-time highs on the next bull run once Bitcoin really pushes back up to where we need it to push. Let's check out Bitcoin. So go Solana, go little rock star. Looking good. I could definitely see some upside here. Like I said, I would love Solana to break above the 107.97 and climb on back up to 119, then jump back up to 132. The 119, I go ahead and do this. So when I see a price movement here, we had a big jump up once we crossed the 119, and we had a kind of a hard fall once we crossed the 109. So what I do there, I'm going to build a little box. I like to call that the golden zone, just where you can expect to have some volatility met in that area. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. All right, Solana looking good. Keep it up, baby. All right, we're going to look at Bitcoin on the 1 day. We're going to check her out on the day. We all know and love Bitcoin, don't we? We love it. It's fucking great. All right, so now mind you, I have a lot going on in this chart, but still, I think it's pretty valid. Bitcoin currently trading at $40,847.13, 65 cents, 96 cents, 48, 27. All right. Calm down. Everybody calm down. Bitcoin is looking decent. We're holding nice. Again, 42,000 is always a beautiful number for Bitcoin. Anywhere from 42 all the way up to 50. That's going to make us money. So I wouldn't be shocked to have some more downside on Bitcoin, just because, again, inflation is going to play a huge role here with how frugal people are with their investments. We'll see. Bitcoin's doing good though. This is on the day. We had some bullish movement. Looks like we tapped back down off of that 41.45 level, but never fear, Bitcoin is here. Ethereum is not holding. What the hell? Let me show you the ADA chart. ADA chart looks freaking, I think it looks pretty cool. This is ADA Cardano. We are currently trading at 93 cents per coin. Not bad. Cardano is something that I am taking a very long play on. I definitely support the work that they're doing in Africa. Definitely check that out if you haven't. They are really developing the block. You fucking know about it. They're developing the blockchain. They don't give a fuck about your pricing. They don't give a fuck about your speculation. They're out there actually working, doing peer-reviewed papers, doing what they got to do. I am looking for a bounce on ADA off of the 1.04 level, $1.04, which is my resistance here, the yellow line. I also have a support at the current price, pretty much 92 cents. We're at 93 cents. Could be a pullback down to the 73-cent mark. Hopefully not. But yeah, ADA is looking good. 93 cents. Let's go to our SHIB. SHIB is currently trading at 0.000002518. Go SHIB. You're not doing a fucking thing. But very important levels where we're at right now, in my opinion. IMO. I have my golden zone at 29.17 down to 22.19. That is where we had our big bull run before. So, all gaps fill. Let's watch this bitch run. I would hope that the Robinhood listing would bring in some more potential customers and holders for SHIB. Also, SHIB is doing some cool things with their metaverse, the SHIB lands, I believe, and Shibarium in general. Definitely something to check out. SHIB is currently trading at 25.18. We're going to be watching again. We had a higher high on the day a couple days ago. Now we're potentially having a higher low, which is a bearish movement. So that's good. I'm feeling pretty good about SHIB. They're trending. They're taking dominance online with searches, and they're releasing their projects that they've been working on. So I'm pretty happy with SHIB. Koval. I got to give shouts out to Koval for being a fucking piece of shit coin. Great project. I love the project. I think it's fucking phenomenal, the idea. If you haven't checked out Koval, please go check out Koval. It's a wallet inside of an NFT, or an NFT inside of a wallet, something like that. That's kind of their claim to fame. We're going to look on the 2-hour time frame. Just pathetic. Yeah. I am invested in Koval, but I'm not invested in Koval because based off the price of the coin. I'm really invested in it based off the idea. It's very, very complicated to explain. But you should do some research on Koval if you would like to, and get invested with us. Okay, so whenever Solana, whenever ADA, SHIB, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Koval, I am most bullish on Solana. I am most bullish on Solana. Obviously, Bitcoin is the market leader and always will be. So until that bad boy starts breaking resistances, the whole market is going to be down. And until, in my opinion, until this inflation settles down, money's going to be scarce. Money's going to be, it's going to be nervous money. People aren't going to be wanting to potentially lose money. And cryptocurrency is definitely the most risky asset to be investing in the overall viewpoint. I know we kind of know different. However, what we say doesn't really matter right now. It's what the big guys say. So stay protected, stay hard, triple point charts.